What about Arman Tsarukyan? He is finally back. UFC 331, September 19th, Los Angeles. Mauricio Ruffy, not the one we expected. Let's talk to the man himself who looked oh so cool at the press conference on Friday. Hey, with the glasses. Hello, Arman. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Arman. It's great to see you. I like those glasses. Those are the ones that you were wearing on Friday, right?
Yeah.
They're nice.
I have the bruise here, so that's why I'm wearing the glasses. Nobody can see.
Who gave you that bruise?
By myself. So I was wrestling and I don't know how it happened. It was not even sparring.
Someone hit you? Or you what happened?
No. I need,
You look cool. You're a fighter. Well, it's good to see you. It's good to talk to you. We have a lot to talk about, Arman, because I saw you meeting with the brass. Everything looked good, the messages. So I was expecting, all right, title fight, maybe BMF. We end up with Mauricio. Can you tell us the whole timeline here? Not Mauricio, Charles. We ended up with Mauricio. Can you tell us the timeline here? How did we end up with Mauricio Ruffy in LA?
So I supposed to fight with Charles, co-main event 5 rounds. And then I went for my training camp, and then they, in 2 weeks after when I was in the mountains, they called me and said, "We got a new name for you. It's Ruffy." I said, "Okay, no problem." So because I don't want to pull out and wait for the Charles, because LA 5 rounds, it's a big card, and I have not fought long time, and I need this fight. So, and yeah, that's all.
Did they give you a reason why it's not Charles anymore?
Little more talk. You did show respect to the dangers that Tsarukyan brings to the table. What are those dangers? What are you up against in your path to get to that title shot?
O Arman, ele traz perigo em todas as áreas, né? Ele é um bom striker, ele tem um wrestler de alto nível, bom finalizador, né? Ele tem muitas qualidades, mas eu não procuro focar no que ele traz para mim. Eu não vou para academia pensando no que ele vai trazer para mim. Eu foco no campeão que eu quero ser. Eu sei que eu preciso defender as quedas e nocautear meus adversários. É para isso que eu subo lá. Eu subo lá para nocautear meus adversários. Não tem acordo. Eu nunca vou sair do octógono insatisfeito com outro resultado. Eu lembro que quando eu ganhei uma luta por ponto, cheguei desapontado em casa, porque não treino para isso. Eu entro lá para nocautear. Quando vocês verem o Ruffy dentro do octógono, ele vai estar sempre buscando nocaute. E eu tô indo em busca disso, né? Respeito todas as qualidades do meu adversário, mas chegar lá dentro, quem pode mais chora menos, como a gente fala no Brasil.
A tough fighter, very good striker, highest level wrestling, a good finisher as well, but I'm not worried about what he brings to the table. I'm never worried about, I'm not on train thinking of what he brings. I'm worried about what I bring to the table. I go into a fight, and everybody knows that's what I fight for, that's how I fight. I go into that octagon thinking the same thing. I know I have to defend those takedowns.
He moves a certain way, and if you're not used to seeing that, that's where you get knocked the fuck out.
Mauricio Ruffy, Arman Tsarukyan.
Arman's got to find his way across the distance, get his hands on him, and to get him to the ground. Because if he does stand with them, he's got to deal with that.
Yeah.
The weird movements. Like you see it, and then when you actually get in there with somebody, it's like the way TJ moves. He moves a certain way, and if you're not used to seeing that, that's where you get knocked the fuck out, right? So I think Arman needs to get him to the ground and then just do what BSD did to him.
Arman needs to put Ruffy on his back foot. You can't let him have that space and be creative like Esteban did to an extent without getting caught. But like going forward, putting him on his back foot, because he wants that space, he wants to feint, he wants to spin, he wants to be creative. Yeah. But if you keep him on his heels and keep him reacting to your movement, he can't be that creative.
There is that one moment in every fight camp when respect turns into pressure and pressure into promises. For Arman Tsarukyan, this is the night he proves he is more than a wrestler. He is a finisher who can end it early and on his terms. But for Ruffy, it's simpler. He flies with one shot, one statement, and a direct line to the title. Two narratives going head to head after one lightweight future. On top of that, the words they exchange make it clear. This isn't just about rankings. It's about who gets to define their own image.
By the way, is it a #1 contender fight for Mauricio as well, or just for you?
I don't think so. He can jump like that. But like most likely maybe one more fight. But like if he beats me, it's huge for him, you know?
Yeah, I would say it's massive for him.
Yeah, so that's why we shouldn't let him do that. And So it's not gonna happen. I mean, I couldn't understand him very well too. So he's talking like English slang.
Okay. I
So
thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, but I wish Ruffy could speak more English, and we had a little bit different conversation. It's bad when someone translates and you cannot like talk so much shit.
The face-off was good, and then Dana was like, I don't like it, I don't like it. He felt like something was going to happen.
No, after Hooker is not gonna happen anything.
Never. You're done?
Never know. Never know. I say I'm not gonna do it, and then I go and do it.
He was getting aggressive there with that hand. You saw that. The fist.
Yeah, I was scared.
Did you feel like he was trying to intimidate you?
No, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't believe on that things. And when someone says he's in your head, is that for me it's not working. Even like with Hooker, we had a beef before the fight and on the press conference, on the weigh-ins, and then during the fight I was so calm. So fight is different. The press conference is different.
And this one is 5 rounds, right?
It's 5 rounds. Number 1 contender. I go there, beat Ruffy, and then fight for the title finally.
And have you been told Gaethje's going to stick around? Because he was hinting, teasing, maybe contemplating retirement.
But like mostly it's a right straight hand.
He earlier had said that his wrestling isn't as elite as yours, but that his wrestling defense is, that he thinks he can stop the takedown. Is that something that you see?
I mean, he can stop me, my first takedown, second takedown, but what about if I'm going to shoot 25 minutes, how he's going to...
Here, I just want to say one thing. I go into the octagon to knock people out. That's what I like to do. When I don't knock people out, I don't even sleep well at home. It's unfinished business if I win by decision. So I go into the octagon to do one thing, to knock my opponent out, and that's what I'm going to do.
Don't forget how to tap during the trainings as well.
Arman dives headfirst into dismantling Ruffy's confidence in his takedown defense. He has no plans of slowing down. Wrestling is not about one perfect takedown. It's 25 minutes of choices that can wear a striker thin. Arman is taking the classic fight night approach, taunting Ruffy with his own strongest claim, with just about enough respect to make it sound credible. However, for Ruffy, all he is after is closure. He is stepping into the octagon with one mission, and that mission is to end it clean, end it loud, and end it with a knockout. Anything less is a job half done. He's not trying to out-wrestle a narrative. He's trying to silence it in one shot. And when he says he's going for the finish, he means it like a promise to himself, to his camp, and to anyone who thinks this fight goes the distance.
Tough fighter, very good striker. Highest level wrestling, a good finisher as well, but I'm not worried about what he brings to the table. I'm never worried about, I don't train thinking of what he brings. I'm worried about what I bring to the table. I go into a fight, and everybody knows that's what I fight for. That's how I fight. I go into that octagon thinking the same thing. I know I have to defend those takedowns and knock people out. I once, won a fight by a decision, and it was extremely disappointing to go home because I train to finish fights, to do things, to get things done. When if he steps into an octagon, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get somebody who wants to finish that fight and wants to get done. And we like to say in Brazil, those who are able to do more cry less.
Additionally, Ruffy is dismissive about what Arman plans to bring to the table. He is concerned with what he has to offer, a finisher's mindset that treats decisions like unfinished business. He is trained to end fights, not survive them.
A lot of people are talking about Ruffy's style, the way he kicks, the way he can control distance, but not having the entire ground game that he thought he would need, or we think he will need to defeat Arman. TJ, kick that off. What do you think about that fight?
Sick fight. I'm pumped for it. I think it's also a tough fight for Arman though, right? Like I'm a big fan of Ruffy, the way that he fights on his feet. He's very creative. He's a sniper. He's going to be a problem, but because of Arman's well-roundedness, we know where he's going to want to try to take the fight. He's very strong. His conditioning is insane. Mm-hmm. I'm probably leaning towards Arman to get the fight. Yeah, he's a Jackson athlete, but even outside of that, I think his well-roundedness will get him done. But It's a very
From the outside, this fight is the classic striker versus wrestler showdown, but the heated exchange of words between Arman and Ruffy have contorted it into a question of will. Ruffy is presented as a sniper who controls range with creative kicks and punishes every step forward. Arman's side answers it, not by discrediting him, but with the promise of 5 rounds of pressure, wrestling, and conditioning that can turn a highlight reel into a test for survival. The narrative remains, can the striker stay sharp as the clock ticks on, or does the well-rounded fighter eventually drown the danger?
very big test.
If the fight stays on the feet,
Yeah.
Arman gets knocked the fuck out. No, he does. He does. I'm telling you right now.
That's crazy,
But it won't stay on the feet.
Yeah.
Look at what Benoit Saint-Denis did to Mauricio Ruffy. Ragdolled him. Face cranked him in the second round.
Forgot about that.
Don't tell me that Arman Tsarukyan is not a better wrestler than Benoit Saint-Denis, because he is. And that's just a fact. And that's exactly what he's going to do to Mauricio Ruffy. If he stays on the feet, Ruffy's got the skills. He's tall, he's longer, he's quick, he's super slick, he's got spinning wheel kicks, knockout power, all that shit. But what good is that if you're on your back with Arman ragdolling you?
Not a fucking thing.
Looking in from outside, Michael Bisping sees this fight playing out in simple, binary terms. If it stays standing, Arman's going down. If it hits the mat, Ruffy's highlight reel turns into a survival drill. What's a sniper's range worth when you're being dragged, controlled, and worn down on your back? The message is a taunt, wrapped in analysis. Respect the knockout, but don't pretend the fight lives in one plane. In Bisping's telling, Arman doesn't need to win a kickboxing match. He just needs to make sure the fight never becomes one.
As long as we get Arman Tsarukyan against at least another top 5 lightweight on the planet. You know? But they're making this matchup. It's dangerous. Mauricio Ruffy's been active. He's very confident. He's been shown a flaw in his game before against Benoit Saint-Denis. And you would think that Arman Tsarukyan is going to be able to exploit that same flaw by taking down Mauricio Ruffy and landing shots on top. And then I'm expecting an arm triangle submission for Arman Tsarukyan here. That's what I reckon is going to happen. Maybe he gets a TKO to make a statement, but I do think he's going to have a massive advantage in the grappling against Mauricio Ruffy here. But Ruffy does pose a threat. You know, we've seen Arman Tsarukyan wobbled before. He's been KO'd earlier in his career. When I landed that knee to his body in our grappling match, I did feel him go a little bit. So there is some, like, durability issues.
Moreover, the MMA guru sees danger lurking on both ends. Like many others, he sees Arman's path running through the grappling, to where he drags Ruffy down, controls the fight, and hunts for finishes. But the caveat is, Ruffy has been active, he's been confident, and he has been known to hurt people. Arman, on the other hand, has faltered over his career, so the narrative becomes a taunt with teeth. Yes, Arman should dominate on the mat, but if he leaves even a sliver of daylight on his feet, the flaw isn't just theory, it's a highlight waiting to happen.
His best bet is going to be to go out there and score a KO on Arman Tsarukyan in the first or second round of this fight. Could he do it? Yes. But I don't know, man. I think Arman's got this one. All of the work he's been doing in his grappling and his wrestling, and the amount of wrestling contests that he's been entering, it's going to be in tip-top condition to take a guy like Mauricio Ruffy down.
For Ruffy, his path boils down to a simple consequential statement. If he wants a win, it has to come early, clean, and violent. He needs to settle the score before Arman's wrestling has a chance to flare up and turn the fight into a grind. Could it happen? Absolutely. But the trash talk edge is in the follow-up. Arman's been sharpening his grappling in real wrestling rooms and real tournaments, the kind of reps that make takedowns feel less like attempts and more like inevitabilities. Ruffy's clock starts the second the bell rings, while Arman's game plan is built to survive the early storm and then take over. It's not just about who hits harder, it's about who can impose their version of the fight before the other one steals it. 2 fighters, 2 promises. One night where only one version of the fight gets to survive. Arman says he'll drag Ruffy into deep water and drown him with pressure. Ruffy says he'll end it before the first wave hits. The trash talk has done its job. It's turned styles into stakes and predictions into personal guarantees. Now, the only question left is whose words will echo when the final bell rings. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Arman vs. Ruffy trash talk, hit like, drop your prediction in the comments, and subscribe for more UFC 331 build-up, fight analysis, turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode as we dive deeper into camps, styles, and the stories that make these fights unforgettable.